Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I thought I'd do a Connery review on what was a video Nasty in its day. It's funny enough was a biography of death. I think rightly they made about 3 to 4 of this series, but the one that was mostly popular, what was banned, believe it or not, in 46 countries, and again, like repeating myself, was a video Nasty. Would have to be the Mischievous, the original, the nastiest, that being Faces of Death. Faces of Death. I thought I'd do it like this without sound and anything. Last thing I want to do is show it you, because if you're eating, you do not want to see Faces of Death. It's a biography about death. So without ado, let's see Faces of fucking Death. La 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 la, la 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 la. So it's a bit dark, sorry about that, it shouldn't get bright in a minute. At first you've got someone getting an operation, you've got a sound effects of the heart beating, bugum, 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 and it's like they're doing an operation. Now remember rightly, the heart stops and you assume this guy's having an heart operation or whatever, and you assume he's brown bread, especially when you hear the lifeboat machine going beep, then you know it's brown bread. It definitely came out in 1978, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted, and you can definitely see why it got banned in 46 countries. So you've got these people doing an operation. I've already said this bit. They're trying to save him, but a little too late. He's brown bread. So you've got the words coming at us, Faces of Death. Beautiful way to market a film, isn't it? So you've got this. So you've got bodies everywhere. This is really gruesome. Definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's those real life autopsies, real life bodies, and then you've got this actor who's supposed to be doing research on death. I'm not making it up. He's doing research on dead bodies and death. These bits are hard to watch. These are not special effects. You can see it's real life autopsies. So that's why I said I wouldn't film this where you're eating. The moment I'm seeing somebody being cut up. Definitely graphic. You can definitely see that's not for the faint-hearted. So there's a lot of good bits and juice from this there. So they've got him cutting his body up, really gruesome, really fucked up. And then you've got our actor, sorry, our doctor, the guy's doing research on bodies, basically. He's washing his hands, definitely 70s style. And he's doing research on death. There are bits I can watch, and there's bits that's a bit, because it's just so real animal, this is being the uncut Faces of Death. You do see a lot of footage of animals getting killed. Word of warning. There's a bit where seals are getting their heads bashed in. Definitely not nice to watch, and a lot of experiments to animals in it. So you've got him talking about death. So there's a bit of noise in the background. Someone's pieing on outside. So you're talking about death, and shows like real footage of a funeral. The people being buried in different ways of Stokes and all this shit. A bit here with dog fighting in it. I don't want to see with dog fighting, as you know I've got a dog in real life. We've got 2 staffs and they're fighting to the death. It's not nice to say. It's definitely not nice to say. The bits what are staged, as you may know, Faces of Death, people when it first come out thought it was a snuff film. It was not a snuff film. It was, some of the real autopsies was real, cruelty to animals was real, but the bit with the bodies, the bit was well known where Di's getting the electric chair and his eyeballs going to Jew, as I remember mentioning on a review, was an actor. It was staged and it was fake. But there are bits what wasn't, but it's not a snuff. People thought it was when it first come out. So this bit's like hard to see. A dog lying there dead. There's a lot of cruelty to this. This bit's really hard to see. Banana eating a snake. You see that in the wildlife programs. That bit doesn't really bother me. But bits we see animals getting killed just for shock value. Not nice. There's definitely a lot of cruelty to animals in this. There's a bit where you hear old MacDonald had a farm and you've got a woman beheading a chicken. But again, it happens in a farm. How do you get your tuckified chicken or anything else chicken wise? So again, we see this every day. Well, not every day, but if you're in a farm, you probably see somebody killing a chicken. But you only see it chaffing in here where a chicken gets its head beheaded and you've got old MacDonald had a fucking farm. Nice. Definitely puts you off having tuckified chicken. Well, you had fried chicken the other day, it was nice. There's a lot of animal cruelty to this bit. Really is hard to watch. There's the one where you see a monkey with some what's in here now. You see a monkey get his head bashed in. You actually, this bit was staged by the way, but again, it's not nice to see an animal get its head bashed in and people eating its fucking brains. But there you go. If I remember rightly, this is the one where these people are like devil worshippers. They're cutting a body up, which again was staged. Because you see, the funny thing is, you can see the actors fucking breathing where they're cutting him up. And there's a nice bit of a woman's rubbing blood on her boobs, which was well known in the trailer for Faces of Death. This bit's hard to watch. You've got people bashing seals' heads in and thinking how humane. Some of it's fake here. You've got this guy who gets eaten up by a chocker child. I'm not sure if it's a chocker or an alligator. You got people getting assassinated. There's a guy here making a speech. Whether this was real or it was fake, again, is a different story. Some of it was fake. This bit here is just staged. It's actors. Bit of fake special effects. You got a guy making a speech. He gets assassinated. You got a guy who's like a hitman talking about how it's gay to assassinate people, where they actually blur his voice and he's wearing like a steam mask. Just a lot of assassination in this bit. Again, you get real footage of autopsies. This is a one, if you remember a pit photo, and there's a bad called Video Nasty XG, and there's a guy putting his face forward like this. This is the one I'm watching now. So in real footage of autopsies. How they got this, I have no idea. But you can definitely tell this bit's not staged and it's real life autopsies. Again, if you're eating something and you don't want to see real autopsies and faces being pulled apart and real dead bodies, I wouldn't watch Faces of Death. You'd definitely throw up on your food. That makes me laugh. There's one scene where Di's doing an autopsy and he's eating a fucking sandwich right in front of all the bodies, dead babies, fucking people turned around, skin ripped open, ducks hanging out, and he's eating a fucking sandwich. He's eating a fucking sandwich. But again, they do see a real Di getting the electric chair. That was an actor. This is a bit now, he's looking fighting, he's only doing a good performance. He's also been done for raping and murdering his old bidder, which turned out it was acted, it was staged. He was doing but he does do a good performance. He's putting plasters on his eyes, whether in real life back in the days when murderers and rapists got the electric chair. Whether this is how they do it in real life is a different story, but they're putting like things on his eyes, they're covering his eyes, he gets the electric chair. And I found that in real life, they had some foam in his mouth, he bit into it, and that's how he does that saliva bit, and there's fake slime coming out of his eyes. A bit of sound effects to throw into it. There's a bit at the end, the woman's making these weird moaning noises and she has a baby and you get this really hippie song called Life. Not making it up, you've got a fucking song called Life. But there you go, watched it. The Connery of Faces of Death. I've seen worse and they've been worse over the years, but you can definitely see why it was nasty for its time and you can definitely see why it was a video nasty. Other than that, see you later. I'm just going to go down and get something to eat. See you later.